Hi, it's Hazel, and welcome to my channel, Hazel and Aka Design. You may be able to tell by the teeny tiny space left on my desk that it's time to do another haul video. Now, in order to keep the time, shorter, I opened the packages and I sort of pre-sorted some stuff. So if we go kind of container by container or pile by pile, it should go a lot quicker. Maybe I'll start with this one, just randomly. Now, I think I might have mentioned in a previous video that I ordered tongue depressors, or the oversized craft sticks, so 6-inch length. This is from Temu, and it's 100 pieces. And of course, you can see what they're like. So what I had done, because quite often when we thrift ribbon or grab bags, you don't get very much on a spool, but those spools take up so much space. So what I did was transferred them onto these tongue depressors. You can see something like this is big and bulky. Something like seam binding is skinny. And I will file these. I have a new setup for sorting all my ribbon, and I typically do it by color. So these things will get put away now that I've shown them to you on the video. This was a new card that I got after I had obviously done those, so I will do the same with this card and this brown grosgrain. So, okay, I can move this and this. I think I should credit Kim for this idea. In that prize box that I won from her and the additional Happy Mail that she included in it, she'd given me a bunch of trim that seemed to be on tongue depressors, and it had a hole. Now, I don't know if she pre-drilled holes in all of them and then ran the end through there. So, I mean, that's an additional step, but it does save having to, fart around with the little pins. So anyway, for what that's worth, that is a storage idea. Now, I didn't try this out. This is one of those, it says pre-inked or re-inkable stamps. Now, I have quite a few of these. I don't believe I have one that says completed. Let's just grab a piece of paper, see if it has any oomph left in it. Oh, yes. Good show. Right on. So I'll be adding this to my collection. And I thought I was getting all these little bulldog clip, or what do you call these? I guess they're not really bulldogs, are they? Fold back clip. But in fact, it's a mixture of a few of those and some paper clips. So I use so many clips, it's not even funny. So I will put that aside. See, we're making some quick headway here. Okay, let me show you this. Now, I am still in the throes of working on that second baby journal. So I thought these were kind of cute. Oh, they're buttons. Well, some of them are buttons. It says Tiny Collection, Baby, 6 pieces. Well, clearly it's not 6 pieces. Where is my favorite? Well, it's not my favorite, but it'll do. A staple puller. I've got to see this. I just now noticed that some of those little blocks have shanks on them, which means they could be sewn on. The little baby pins or diaper pins, obviously they're more than 6 pieces, but see, look how cute that is. So, okay, baby blocks, have shanks. What is this? The rattle. Oh my goodness. The rattle has a shank. And this, oh, you know what? Maybe you could run your thread through that hole and that hole. What else is here? What the heck is this? It looks like it's broken. So yeah, I mean, this color probably isn't the greatest for this particular journal, which is black, white, and green, but I could still make them work. And so darn cute. I actually got 2 packages of these. That's another way I'm saving time, is by not showing you umpteen things that are the same. So I'll put this with the baby stuff. I want to keep this. That's so much of this. I'm throwing it out. Okay, so now I see I didn't cut this one open. These are very heavy. They look like almost like a stained glass type thing, and you can see it's a good 1/4 inch thick. It's got some sort of a hook on it. I don't know. It says freedom, and obviously that's the American flag. So I won't be using these, but I will. Mind you, I guess I'll just pass them along to some of my friends. The price was right, and they're heavy duty. These are 3 packages. Oh, I said I wasn't showing you multiples. 4 shiny gold or brass colored feather charms. So I will add that to my charms. And where do I put it? I also bought, I guess I only dumped 1 package, 2 packages of filled bobbins, the plastic ones. And so obviously that's already a bonus. And I'll just add these to my little bobbin holder thingamajigs. Oh, a couple of carded buttons, and I really love these. So they're floral and kind of scrolly, flourishy. These are just cute. I didn't know that Singer branded their own buttons. But, and this bunch that has maple leaves on it, they're not all identical. There are, I think, at least 3 different kinds here, but I mean, still thematic. These are nice. I can't really tell what that little coat of arms or whatever is, or what that symbol is. Oh, and they're not the same either. But certainly these things have sort of that grungy, vintagey look to them. Now this, I thought these were beads. 2 of them have the yin-yang symbol on them, sort of in this glittery, little mosaic-y look. The other 2 are just, I don't know what this is supposed to be. They don't have holes in them. And they're rather thick, so I don't know. I guess I could see maybe trying to incorporate these 2 design ones, 2, that have the design on them, onto the cover of a journal, but otherwise that might have not been the smartest thing I've ever bought. Okay, what else? Let's make a little more room here. This was, I guess I didn't take everything out of his package. I guess they're calling this crafting tape, but I imagine what they mean is washi. And it says, I thought I saw a measure, 10 meters, 75 cents. So it's, I mean, green is a good neutral. I mean, it goes with any, if you were doing anything that sort of had, oh my goodness, this is one I should have struggled with on my own. If you have anything sort of botanical, this would make it, it almost looks kind of latticey. So happy about that. A bag of pearls. Now, again, I took the price tags on. Many of these things were 50 cents or $1. This is 75 cents. It's a wired pearl strand. I'm thinking, I mean, that color. Who could leave that color behind? I bought a package of these picks. Well, this was back in the day when bags were actually sealed instead of in reclosable bags. These pearl things are different in that they're circular. And of course, if a person wanted them to be more like a spray thing, you could cut it at any point and it would splay out to the sides. I have quite a few of these, so I'll be sharing those. Just some stray pearl strands. These are just plasticky. Some blue gems that I will be adding to my gem collection. And I have to say, I hope that you, well, by now you would have seen, hopefully, the video I did on using Kim's Gem Digital and what I did with those. And then these are just, what are these called? I can't remember what this type of bead is called, but you can see it's 500 pieces in a sealed bag, so that might have cost $1. Okay, I'll put that aside. Oh, in the regarding the trim kind of stuff, this is an unopened ribbon. It's only 4 feet long, black and white. So obviously, I'll transfer this to a tongue depressor. And this is now it says that it's a trim. So of course it's purple. So can't go wrong with that, can we? Cool. Oh, and it's sticky. Is it? Yes, it is. Bonus. So that will also go in that same thing with the gems. Okay. Oh, I just put these aside to show you that when I get these old spools of seam binding, I just open them up, you know, just cut or tore that, and then I use these each half as a tuck spot because, of course, they're very attractive. I don't know that I've ever seen this one before. Of course, that Belding's one is, we see it all the time. But Lady Fair, no idea about that. Oh, Eden's of Canada. So maybe that was a house brand that they had. Cool. Okay, let's also get rid of this. I took the lace out of its package. You can see that this is a really kind of a wide one. What is that? Like 3.5, well, close to 4 inches. It's actually 1, 2. It could very well be 3 pieces that have been sewn together. I don't know the way the light is, but I could be seeing things too. It almost seems like the top is a light yellow. In the bundle, when it's all rolled up, it looks like the top is a pale yellow, and then this is more like a flesh blush color. So I don't know. I'll throw this in the wash and see what happens. And then mauve. So this, it says 1 meter, 67 centimeters, cost 75 cents. So let's, oh, you know what? It's probably not. Oh, yes, it is a ribbon. I was going to say maybe it's just a piece of lace, but so likewise with this, I will wash it and see what happens. Sometimes I just, depending if I'm really looking for a mindless job, I will remove this sort of this binding edge. And usually if you can start at the right end and pull the right string, you can have the whole thing basically come out in one piece. That is when you know you should be running out to buy a lottery ticket or something, because your luck is holding. Hey, which reminds me, wonder where I stuck that lottery ticket that I never checked the numbers on. Let's see, is this the piece? I bought it when we were in Jasper. Because you know, oh, look it. Oh, spoke too soon. So you end up with a nice flat piece, and you end up with this that is, you know, typically about 1 inch wide or so. It's really quite coarse, but it's also good to add to your tiny little clusters or whatever, or your whatevers. And that is a term for beginners to try to unravel. Bought this, like I have a hard time, unless it's particularly ugly or a theme that I don't care about, I find it hard to avoid buying wallpaper rolls when I see them. They are so out of date that they're typically very well priced, and you get a lot of beautiful imagery for not much money. Like, look at that. So you've got pansies and lily of the valley and hyacinth and birds and a trowel and I don't know, is that, that's not gloxinia, I don't think. And clay pots. Now it is a wide one. Boy, 9.5 inches. So it would need, oh, you know what? I think I showed I think I mentioned this in another. Okay, these two kids must have gotten separated at birth. I mentioned this the other day, and now it's coming back to me. See, at least I'm consistent. I was saying that if you cut off or fold up this bottom part, you could get it to a usable page height without very much trouble at all. Let's look at this. Look how cute this is. I don't. Well, I didn't see that till now. But isn't that beautiful? It's well, it says it's an iron-on applique. I would probably, well, I wouldn't iron it on. I would glue it, or maybe whip stitch it, you know, like, or use an invisible stitch. And then this cat, which is kind of cute as well. This, I think I paid 75 cents for it, but you can see that originally at Dollarama it was $1.25, and these are cork. So, I mean, any of those sentiments and those butterflies are cute, so of course I bought it. Oh, look at these. I bought as many as they had. Oh, maybe they were intended as, are those not the cutest little cotton gloves you've ever seen? Like, they're just like the human ones, with these finger stitches here. Like, would this not be absolutely the perfect thing for a gardening journal? Or, well, maybe you could stretch it and pretend it fits in a farm journal as well, but I just love them. So some of you will be getting a pair of work gloves. This, I do not need embroidery thread in any stretch of the imagination. However, what did I pay for it? I think I paid $1.25 for this. I think a skein of embroidery thread costs more than that. So I just thought, it's already wound. It's a variety of colors. It's on a ring, a giant ring. Some of this looks like it hasn't even been opened. I've never seen these, to be honest. This type of hang card. Oh, from Zellers, 79 cents. Well, Zellers has been closed a long time already. Anyway, I just thought that, you know, maybe this is something that a person would throw a bunch of these in a crafting bag, a travel bag, and do some slow stitching, you know, en route to whatever destination. Okay, I guess I missed, or I got this after I did the other video. This was a fabric. Can I do this without cutting it open? Fabric, it says one piece with those beautiful feathers on there. Like I could have, oh, it's a pillowcase. I'm thinking, why does it have a hem? But it's a pillowcase. So I'll wash that as well, but I think that's beautiful. Laundry. These were in a bag. Now they're different. 4 of them are like so, with a metallic thread. I don't know, can you see that? And then this one is like, it's got that jar ring in it, you know, from a canning jar. And then somebody obviously crocheted to incorporate that ring. I guess it's a coaster. Anyway, whenever I see things like this, I grab them if the price is right, simply because the proportions are such that you can use them on many projects without having to cut into a great big, you know, fancy-dancy doily that somebody put blood, sweat, and tears into. Okay, we're going to keep going. I don't know what a piercing tool is, but it's still in its package. And this is a piercing mat. So it says double-sided metric and imperial grids. That is the Dollar Tree brand name or whatever. Maybe there's a clue here. Add stitching to your paper and craft products without using a sewing machine. Extra thick, high-density foam allows for a deeper and more defined puncture. The mat features grid lines and a convenient 7x10 self-healing surface. Lay your paper or cardstock on the mat. Use the grid lines to ensure your paper and cardstock is aligned. Use a piercing tool, pin or needle. Using a piercing tool, pin or needle, follow your template or pattern to pierce holes. And voila, here is the piercing tool. And it says it's great for scrapbooking, card making, parchment work, lampshade piercing, and pergamano? No idea what that is. So this one is, oh, it says for very fine to fine points. So we'll have to give that a shot, I guess. These little brass stencils are really good, and most of the time, excuse me, they're very small. And of course, the overall size is very small. It's only 3 by 2 and a bit, or 3 and a bit by 2 and a bit. But this one is obviously a butterfly, and it is kind of a good size. So I can see using this. Running out of spaces to put things. I don't really know what this is. It's 7 gypsies. It was $5 originally. It says card holder, excuse me, card holder tags. So it's got these perforations here, but they're too far apart, I'm sure, for any Rolodex that I have. But it says, so you managed to create so many special trading cards that it's time for a refill. Well, these cards are the same size and shape as those that came with the ATC card holder. So now you can create as many new trading cards as you'd like. And you can see that it's got a little fancy, you know, sort of chrome stand. The cards are put in vertically. Well, why don't we open this? So I'm thinking that see this I would keep and use. 2009. The cards probably open at the top. Or, wait, card holder. Maybe it doesn't even... Oh, it's just cardstock with those notches cut out of it. So, obviously, I can use them any way I want. And a cool, creamy ivory color, so that's good. I always like it when I come across brand name products because I know that somebody probably paid dearly for it, and I get to have it at a far reduced price. Oh, or this just glued shut. Oh, they used tape runner. So this is K and Company, handmade fabric art, and it says it's got 4 pieces. So that is ruining this a bit here, but maybe that won't be the end of the world. Oh, there's where it's stapled. And another piece of sticky stuff here. So, of course, the better packaging I do keep. Wouldn't take much to spruce that up. So, 2 little doily type things. Little frames. So those, I could see that being really cute. Oh, look, it's kind of the reverse. A big one, a little one, a little one, a big one. So that's cute. Now, I also picked up these stamps because, you know, I'm so very short of stamps, she said sarcastically. So this was clearly a Dollarama thing. So these are corner flourishes. Oh, I guess that's the only one I got. I picked up, well, I don't need to show you all the packages. About 3 packages of these, and they're wine charms. And basically, it says bride, maid of honor, sassy, fun, flirty, and classy. And I thought, you know, those could be, I mean, obviously the bride and maid of honor ones would work best in a wedding journal. But these others are certainly usable. Oh, and they're printed on both sides, so that's a bonus. So yeah, I picked up a bunch of those. I also picked this up. Now, these are table card numbers. And it looks like it forms a bit of a tent card. So, obviously, so there are 12 of them in there. I guess it goes from 13 to 24 or something like that. So clearly these could be used in some way, like this bottom flappy, this thing for making it stand. Probably can't get it out of there. It's probably forever welded in there now. This thing could obviously, boy, oh boy, oh boy. I was going to say could cut these bottom things off, and I think I would have to because clearly I can't get it out. So this could, you know, cut these 2 foldy bottom parts off, and you've got an over-the-page thing that just needs a little bit of decorating. So, again, that was cool. Cool, cool. I should check the time. Maybe we can't finish this in one video. Half an hour, maybe I can speed up. I don't need to show you all the tassels, but I keep buying tassels, even though I rarely think of using them. So you can see navy, yellow, ivory, and like an antique gold. This says 9 meters for $2.75. So of course that's a beautiful little trim. What else? What else? What else? Oh, this I didn't bother taking out of the bag. I mean, you can see that it's, Oh, I guess I could take the tassels out, add them to those tassels. I do have a drawer in one of those little sorting cabinet. Oh, I guess I was in this bag because I made these things. So I have all these that are actual tassels. This bit of cord, which could, of course, or it's 2 pieces. So I guess, you know, if it's long enough, it could be used as to tie something closed. And then there were all these stray fibers. So all I did was tie them in such a way to sort of form a little glittery thing. So these, of course, could be glued down to a page. This seems like a rather thick thing here. Must have been a lot, but something, you know, as small as that knot wouldn't be a problem, I don't think. So, okay, let me add this to the tassel thing. Scraps of ribbon, so something like this I would not bother. Well, maybe the red is probably a yard or so. I don't know. This I would probably put in my peacock journal box, and this, who knows, maybe I would put it on a stick, on a tongue depressor or not, I don't know. These are purple, and they are dimensional, and they're rather see-through, so I don't know. We'll see. I don't know how I feel about them, to be honest, but again, sometimes you buy these things because you think someone else can use them, or because it just seems like a crime to leave them behind. And I don't know why it is that I keep encountering ribbon roses. I know that when we had our shop, so like this was 50 cents. And these are probably the 3/4 inch size. This was a thing back in the day. These are beautiful. Can you not see this getting worked into the journal topper? This just kind of reminds me of millinery flowers. And again, you know, you can, so this paper wrapping around them holds all those little individual flowers together. If you just wanted a single blossom, you could just pull it out straight up and have that. I'm sure these would take dye well or paint. See, originally this would have been $3. Can't remember what I paid. Lily of the Valley, same thing. Doesn't this look like it would have come off some lady's old hat? More of these little tiny bud type things. Oh, there were also a couple of these little woven appliques, so I'll put this with my appliques. They should be with the bird and the cat. This, we used to carry these in, you know, there were probably a dozen colors. These are even bigger. They're the same size. No, yeah, the same size as those. I especially love these because of the color and because they look so, they look like dried flowers. This, of course, also looks like it could have come off a hat. And you can tell where I'm going to put these right now. And then, of course, there are these sort of, what would that be? Chiffon. Not really chiffon. I don't know. Can't think of the word. But these are wired leaves that you could shape. And they've got the little pearl embellishment there. So I'm thinking that because I seem to keep encountering these things, I should maybe try to put together a video using a bunch of them. Oh, this was another very common thing. We had this in multiple colors as well. So I'm thinking that it might be a good idea to do, you know, a specific video, and also for me to not just throw these flowers in with my other, artificial flowers, but to keep these sort of what I would call almost like wedding flowers separate and more visible, so that I really do buckle down and use them because they're too pretty not to. Okay, I did end up buying 2 cigar boxes. This is one of them. And I thought, oh, I dumped 2 grab bags. So I didn't even really look through this. Oh, more ribbon roses. I mean, they're odds and ends. They're single flower heads or more ribbon roses. Something like this is very cool. You'd think we could make one. This covered button and a yo-yo. Is that what we are looking at there? A bow. Oh, and there were these little appliques as well. So, obviously I have to, oh, this is interesting. Oh, somebody made that, look. That's just using, what, maybe half-inch ribbon? I might have to use those as prototypes. Here's a burgundy one, beautiful, and a purple one. Oh my goodness, I had paid her. So, okay, what else? This is something a wee bit fancier. So I will, and there are these with sort of the little self-leaf on there. I will go through these, separate them in some way so that it makes a bit of sense. And, yeah. This is better than I thought it was, because sometimes when you look through the bag, you can't really tell. You see 1 or 2 items and you think, yeah, okay, for 50 cents, I'll take a chance. This was another bag, and obviously this was in it. And these are like kid-type beads where the prong fits into the hole. And again, I've got baby journals on the brain. So I figured, you know what? I can add this to my inventory. In fact, I might just pull out the green ones here and use them in the journal, the baby journal I'm working on right now. Some wire, so I'll add this to my wire. What is this? Oh, is this the start of like a friendship bracelet or something? Oh my goodness, I hate those colors. Oh, and there are beads in there too, yikes. And more embroidery floss. But look at all these kid-type buttons. So what is that? I don't know. That's not a gingerbread boy, I don't think. There's a baker. I don't know, ballerina maybe. Oh, this is just a running man, I guess. So there are these colorful buttons. These giant plastic buttons. Hey, I'm going to put this with the baby stuff since green is the thing. But they're purple, this orange floral one. Maybe I'd take the green. And these are just very cheap. I'll put this H with my H stuff. But they're charms, I guess, but they're plastic and they have obviously a hole at the top. So I could also do that baby's name in, I think, what is this, a frog? Beats me. Triangular one. So that's why I got this stuff. And I'm thinking what I should do is find a jar and put all this stuff together, because certainly I wouldn't, whoops, I didn't mean to throw that back in there. I, um, I wouldn't, 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 I that's not something that you would use on anybody else's book, to be honest. So this and this will go over here. This will be dealt with another day. And then finally, another cigar box. I hope I've got everything. If not, I'll catch you in the next one, I guess. So this is a carded thing with some beaded words. So family, memories, and happiness. Now you've seen me, excuse me, use these sorts of letters, and they're really good because they have the same letter printed on every face of the block. I've done the baby's name on diaper pins. I wonder if diaper pins are going to be as scarce as hen's teeth, because I'm sure nobody uses cloth diapers anymore. Oh, I just realized that these are Brad's. Cool. Anyway, I'm going to put that with the baby stuff for now because I think I can use it there. I've got a thing for copper. So 2, and I might even have this exact chain. So 2 of these strands. Now, of course, a person starting to think like Kim. Yeah, these would have to either be cut and you sacrifice whatever. Well, it has to be cut because this is far too long. Unless, no, I tried that once before and it didn't work. To use a necklace around a journal as a closure. It was a bit of a, it wasn't, I mean, it was, let's just say it was jam-packed. And of course, the minute you pick it up and sort of squeeze it closed, the chain falls down. So that was the issue there. I suppose, just thinking out loud now, I suppose a person could maybe secure it. Say this was the ring that ended up at the spine. Use a couple of stitches to attach it to the spine, or glue, or whatever, seems the best solution at the time. And then at least it doesn't fall right off the book. The 2 ends will drop, but anyway, that's something to think about, I guess. This, I have no idea what this is really, but does it say peacock to you? So it's got what are these things called? Okay, I guess a lobster claw, a swivelly thing, a split ring, like a key ring, this thing, which I think you can put through something and, like, honestly, I don't know what this is. Now, to use this strip, obviously this would have to be cut off because this is heavy duty, and I don't see any way of opening it because that would never be the intention. In fact, let's do that right now. How close can I get? I might have to do here. This is going in the peacock box as well. And of course, that will go where it belongs. So is that not beautiful? These, I think I might even have these from before, but they're chandelier type earrings, and of course they look vintage, and the little coins, and they're flat, and just get rid of this part by opening up those 2 rings, and Bob's your uncle. Now, would you believe that this is an earring? And I said to the guy at that shop, at that thrift store, I said, let's pray that we never go back to an era where this would be considered a fashion piece. Then, when I got it home and took it out of its package, it is so humongous that there's a clip, like a clip there and a post there, because I can't imagine. Okay, so that means that your ear had better be that size. Go put this through the hole in your ear, then put this, or maybe you need an upper hole. I don't know. Needless to say, it's not going anywhere near my ears. But it would be a very big statement piece as a journal topper. And then, did I hit the jackpot with these? I don't know. I would call that rhinestones, but it seems like sometimes, like on auction sites or whatever, they're described as crystals, and of course, because I've thrown them all together, they're not in sets anymore. But so this is a clip earring, and of course, somewhere we'll come across its mate. This is a dangle earring. There are two clip earrings like that. Okay, so those two are set. There's this, and there must be a mate to that. There are these that look like humongo diamonds. What else can I show you? Oh, there's this, which is a necklace. And that is, I don't know if you can tell, but it has a greenish cast to it. There's a blue stone there. Well, this isn't going to be big enough, so I guess I don't need to keep trying to make them fit. Okay, here's the other one of those. And these weren't even in a broken bag or pay through the nose kind of scenario. This was like, the guy kept encouraging me to fill my cart. At some point he comes to, because I said the first time I'm here, he says, oh, we have a policy of checking in with first timers just to make sure they haven't been lost in the labyrinth or whatever. And so then he'd see me periodically. The thing is getting fuller. I've got books, I've got craft supplies. And at one point he says, well, let's see. So it's one of those two-tier shopping carts, with the, the top part that's, maybe 24. I think you know what I mean. And it has a bottom basket. So it's not like a real grocery shopping cart. It's the smaller kind. And anyway, and I had it loaded. And he said, I think you're at about $80. I'm thinking, whoa. Anyway, so of course I get to the till. And I said, but none of this stuff is priced. How do I know what you're going to charge me? He says, do not worry. I said, well, it's going to be very sad if you have to unpack these things because the price is too high. Like, very sad. He says, don't you worry. So, let's just say that the number was so low, I ended up giving him a $5 tip just because I thought the number was too low. Another beautiful one. We've seen this before with those pretty, well, how would we describe that blue? I don't know. I guess if you think of the answer, tell yourself. Look at this. And this is one of those shaped things, but it's not that, it doesn't have that big an arc to it. So I think that could also be quite nicely used. Another one of those. This probably goes with this. Another one of these drop things. Another one of those. A little bracelet. And You know, I haven't examined every single thing, but honestly, I didn't see any stones missing. So is that not a bonus right there? Who the heck wants to replace lost stones? Not this kid. And then finally this one. So, did I end with the best or what? Anyway, I am immensely pleased with what I got. I'm also immensely pleased that I have done this, that I think I saved time by pre-sorting, pre-opening, and also that I have this video done because now I can start putting stuff away. Yay! Anyway, thanks so much for joining me. I'm just thinking, I kind of tell you what is upcoming. There's still going to be perhaps 2 videos on like book hauls, and one that is sort of stationery paper type stuff. So hopefully you tune in for those. I know that I like to watch thrifting videos because I get a vicarious thrill when I see what other people have scored, and I kind of mentally compare prices and availability and selection and all of that jazz. Anyway, thanks so much for being here. I hope you enjoyed it. Bye-bye.